Very good, my friend. A splendid ruse, my most devout and righteous brother. I would never have guessed that when you were talking about the spiritual home of degeneracy, despair, and unspeakable horror, you were actually talking about High Inquisitor Whitemane's private chambers, and not the dread citadel Naxxramas as first assumed. Very good. But now, I believe, it is my turn. Okay, all right. I've got one. I am thinking of a thing, and your hint is that this thing begins with the letter B.
I see. Very well. Is it the, Blackrock Slicer?
No, honestly, I didn't even think that was still around these days.
Okay, not the Slicer. All right then, is it the, magnificent two-toned beard of Uther the Lightbringer?
Oh, now that truly is magnificent. But in this case, no, it is not.
I see. You have me truly puzzled in this instance, my righteous brother. Ah, I have it. It must be the glorious bald head of our saviour.
Wrong again? Let me bless you with enlightenment, my friend. It is none other than our silent brother Sir Bubbles-a-Lot, freshly returned from his quest, who now, clad in the sacred armour of judgment, approaches us. Though why he was allowed to wear the most holy of armour sets whilst we were not, is beyond me. Anyway, here he comes.
Ah, Sir Bubbles, you have returned. Tell us of your adventures. I trust the Duskbats didn't give you a hard time.
Brother Marshal, you have perhaps forgotten, but let me remind you, totally not for the purposes of blunt exposition, that our righteous friend here has taken an oath of silence indefinitely whilst he atones for his great sin. We must instead divine his intentions from his animated facial expressions and copious body language.
I think he's trying to tell us that he has returned with a prisoner who is claiming that the vile necrotic forces of the Scourge are on the loose, and that the boundary between our world and the realm of death itself has been shattered. Oh yes, I'm pretty sure that's what he meant.
Oh, Bubbles, do you really think you can fool us with another of your silly games? Is this just another ruse? Like that time you told us there were cow people outside the monastery claiming to be paladins? God.
Why don't you walk with the Earth Mother back to Mulgore, you fucking bovine scum? Oh, you know, I'd almost forgotten about that. How ridiculous that was, Bubbles. Almost as bad as when you tried again a few years later and told us trolls could be paladins now. You are a silly knight.
Well, he does seem adamant about this. I guess we could take a break from our game briefly to interrogate this prisoner, if Bubbles insists. Sister Ilariel should be returning from the Blood Knight conference a little later, so we'll wait until then. Unless you have anything else to say, Sir Bubbles-a-Lot.